Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing a live reaction video of the new Architects song, Animals. And there is a lot of talk about this song, about it being really good and a cool fresh change for Architects, and that they're sellouts. So I haven't heard the song yet, obviously, hence this reaction video, but I'm going to be listening to this song and the perspective of a cinematographer, mixing engineer, producer, songwriter, and give my thoughts on the song, if I think that, you know, they sold out, or if it is a cool new sound, or, you know, anywhere in between. So without further ado, I'm gonna get right into the live reaction. All right guys, so we are about to get right into this. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the YouTubes and we are gonna get into the song. Architects should be one of the first songs. All right. Good aspect ratio. Mix is sick. All right, so I gotta say right off the bat, the mix is pretty sick. I like how they got a little grungier. There's like some noise in the guitar that's like actual noise, like almost static and fizz. I like it. And on the snare, you can hear a ka, ka. There's like these little cool little snare bombs, so that's pretty sick.
I do my best, but everything seems ominous. Not feeling blessed, quite the opposite. This shouldn't feel so monotonous. It never rains, but it pours. We're just a bunch of fucking animals, but we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me, because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin.
So that was a pretty sick chorus. You know, not gonna lie, I was expecting it to go there. You know, they're doing the radio rock thing, it seems like. You know, I mean, everybody's been saying that that's what they're doing anyway, so I was kind of expecting that going in, but they did it really well. The chorus is really good. It's really catchy. It's got the nice 1, 2, 4. The whole snare on 2 and 4 get you jiving and moving. Like, okay, we're about to be two-stepping in here, but so like I want to go back to the cinematography, I guess, aspect of this part also. So at least in this part with the chorus, they're really like adhering to one scene, whereas, you know, in the verse over here, you really have him, like, you know, telling the narrative based things that are going on, you know, flashing bits of the overall scene that they're going to be doing. You know, there's some more B-roll of that statue. It's interesting that on, you know, on the count 1 that they have that. So you have a fill into this little reverse clip of lava lamp juice. I mean, it's cool. Let's go back over here. There's that two-step. It's a slow two-step. I know some people are gonna be like, it's not a two-step. I mean, technically it's halftime, so it's like it's a stomp. It's a slow two-step. But it's still a two-step because it's a stomp. Should I just pull the pin? So structure wise, they start the song with, I just want to go back. Sorry. I know y'all are probably getting upset with me, but so they start the song with the post chorus. So that's actually the post chorus. You know, they have the, here's the chorus. Same thing as the intro, which is a pretty, it's a really good way of structuring your song. You know, you start with either the chorus or the post chorus or something that has to do with the chorus. Then you go into your verse, then you go into, you know, your actual chorus like they did. And so they go through this post chorus and then they go into an evolved verse. Also want to take a moment to talk about the cinematography and the color theory that they have going on. So if you know about color theory, the greens and magentas and pinks are color opposites. So you have, there's actually a very, very strong message being told just by the color alone. So you have your verses, you have your shots with this pinks and the magentas, really nice, you know, skin tone, salmon colors. And then on these parts, you have, you know, a more green leading teal. It's almost swampy. And in this shot, it's very, very green. So you have your color contrast. The green and the magenta are complete opposites. So it's a nice contrast to have between the two shots that they're doing, and it really helps to tell this story. And you can even see here to tie the green and the pink together between the two shots is if you look in the shadows of this rope, you can see what color are the shadows. They're green. That was cool. Okay, so breakdown's coming. They really like the stomps in this song. I know it's coming and I'm ready. Alright, so the cuts are getting super high energy here for the super chorus. The pacing is slowing down a little bit. And the third time we bring this idea back. So they followed a pop structure to a T, which is not a bad thing. It's actually a really, really good thing. And it's probably why people are hating on this song. Now, overall, before I even, I was pausing the video and talking about how I felt about it. But like, honestly, it's a really good song. It's a well-produced song. It's very well mixed. The cinematography is really good. The only thing I don't like is really the lyrics, just because, you know, it's kind of debasing for humanity, but that's more of a moralistic topic that this video is not about. But anyway, so going back to the shots in particular, like I had to know. I actually didn't notice it at first. I noticed it halfway through. You know, the teals and the greens. Like it's definitely a teal, but it leans heavily more towards the green for sure. You can see it in the shadows there, and you can even see it on the shadows of his face here. So if you see it along his beard, instead of it being, you know, yellow like a blonde color, it has like a little bit of a green tint to it. And the color grading is obviously, I can bet that the colorist was very intentional about doing that to be able to tie these two scenes together. And you can even see the green a little bit here on the paint. If you look at that, the highlights, even the highlights have like a little bit of a green tint to them. Just a little bit. It's ever so slight. Like these aren't normal looking skin tones right here. But it does it helps to tell the story and tie those two shots together that, you know, that contrast really well. Right here, I just kind of like skipped to this randomly, but if we're going to dissect this frame, this is actually a really nice contrast of, you know, the types of blues and the greens that they're drawing from in this video, because you have on this side, you have more of the greens, and then it gradients more into like an actual blue where you have your cyan here in the middle. So that was the thing with the bridge. This bridge is super Bring Me the Horizon. Like, I know a lot of people have been comparing this new single to Bring Me the Horizon, and I kind of have to agree. I feel like, personally, I like how Architects did it more. If I'm going to compare when Bring Me kind of did the same thing to how Architects is doing it, I kind of like it more with Architects. Just a little bit. Bring Me still did a really good job. They're still doing a great job, and maybe I'll do a reaction video for that new song because I still haven't heard that one either. But I think they did a good job here chasing that same vibe that, honestly, Bring Me the Horizon, they didn't start it, but they started really being unapologetically heavy and poppy at the same time for a radio rock sound, in context of a radio rock sound and not in context of, you know, like metalcore. That's a cool shot. That was a cool shot, honestly. So they have, it's a slow pull from this. So there's no movement here, and there's no movement from our hero character here, but there's movement coming from him, and the camera movement is just a slow pull. I like how it goes from a pull out to another pull out. Another pull out. Another pull out. So far, all these camera moves are only pull outs. They're only pull outs right now. Now we're doing one push in. So that's actually really cool. So they're having a bunch of pullouts during this bridge, and that one B-roll shot, it makes you wonder what's the significance of. So what is the significance of this? Because out of that entire sequence, this is the only shot that's different. So it makes me wonder what's the significance. And right after that shot, you see this. That little light manifests. Boom. Pull out. And a static shot. No movement whatsoever. And they just punch you in the freaking gut. So the cinematography really goes well with that. I like what happened over here. I didn't even pay attention to this, but I'm guessing that the editor masked out this side of the frame and then just did like an opacity shift on this side of the frame only. So it would affect him and not this, because it's not affecting the whole frame. I love like the mid-range growl of these guitars. It's just like so growly.
Dream within a dream within a.
And I like how they use that transition each time.
Life is just a dream within a.
So they're doing a really good job cinematography wise in lieu with the actual song, making sure that story and those little, let's call them pre-choruses, like a little 1-bar pre-chorus that really lets you know like, oh, okay, this part's done, we're about to go into this part. You've seen it before. So the cinematography is really just like hammering it home, like, okay, you know what this is, you know what part this sounds like, you also know what it looks like. We are about to go back in to the super chorus over here.
Dream within a dream within a.
And I like how it's much more it's much more pronounced here. It's literally just as whisper vocals.
A dream within a.
Very dry, very just like, you know, in your face. Everything drops out and then boom, you're at the chorus again.
Just a bunch of fucking animals. We're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. We're just a bunch of fucking animals.
Yeah, I love the color scheme that's going on here. Just really that green versus pink, green versus magenta look, and they're drawing from some teals here and there, different shades of the green, different shades of the teals, different shades of the pink. So you have like these really like vibrant pinks here, and then you have this nice salmon pink here. And where's the thumbnail for the video? Then you have these super, it's almost red. This side's almost red. You can tell that the light is coming from over here and it's really illuminating the subject, and it's illuminating this side. And this is the shadow side of the frame. And since it's not as luminant, it almost looks like this is a red, like a very vibrant infrared, which is pretty cool. And you really get the contrast of it behind this green wall. So honestly, I could talk about this stuff forever and how good the song was. I enjoyed the song. I thought it was good. People need to get over people using a pop song structure and a song that is actually catchy. I don't think they sold out at all. I think they used their ability and knowledge of how to songwrite appropriately and took a different route. And obviously, you know, they had part in the cinematography of this, and the cinematography is really good. I honestly am not very sure on what the story is per se, because I'm not trying to look at the story. I'm looking at how they're conveying the story, but I personally don't care about the story all that much. I care about how they tried to convey their story, whatever they're going to call it, because this is a very symbolic, not narrative-based music video. There's a lot of symbolism that's in here, and I'm not going to try to unpack that because that's not what kind of video this was. But the mix was really good, and I saw that the mixer who actually mixed this in headphones. So yeah, that's pretty sick. Once you get to a certain level, you can honestly mix on basically anything. You can mix on headphones. You could mix on TV speakers. You know, like once you've trained your ear and you know what to listen for and how things are supposed to sound, and you know how to be intimate with a set of speakers or a set of listening devices, you can mix on virtually anything. So the song was good. Architects did a good job. The cinematographer did a good job. The mixing engineer did a good job. All in all, solid song. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I have talked long enough. Bye.